This is a talk show for the queer community.
Called the Tint Talks. Today we'll be diving into the Grande Ball, which was created by Treyvonne and Mandima. What made you guys participate in the ball? Hi.
So let me tell you what happened. What happened was, there was Vogue Nights that was hosted by Lilo, right? And then preparations, like we're getting liquid courage, we're getting dressed up. Yes. So we're like documenting this thing, right? And one of our housemates is Rendani, right? But she has this alias called Sesihani, which is like a gangster chick and whatnot. And I'm called Mamthug, so already we were just like okapis. And then her DJ name is just Madlisa. That also she's like, yeah, this one is more gangster than the both of us actually. But yeah, so we were playing off Sister Kel's thing, House of Skebengas, and we we're gonna be going as a house and whatnot. And Lerato had planned to walk. Rendani eventually walked. She didn't plan to, but she eventually walked. So we did that, and then this Mamngani over here killed it, showed it, came back with the trophy, and then, thank you. And then Mandima was like, hi guys, since you have a trophy, must you have an official house? We're like, excuse me, ma'am.
What do you mean? When?
What? And then we explained to her that we were allies and not part of the community, and she was like, the fact that we participated in that space and respected it and gave that much effort, and that we are friends with people in that occupy the queer space, it was really possible for us, and we will almost be like a first in this community to have an all-girl, all-female, house. So we ended up having one of our friends that wanted to be part of House of Skebengas at Vogue Nights to come and participate with us. And then, yeah, that's how it happened. Do you want to add any ad-libs?
Smash eye, baby, smash eye, take it.
It's literally the same story. That's why I was like, did I leave anything out?
I think we just had, like she said, we just didn't want to take up space or become center in a narrative that we feel like is not ours necessarily. So we didn't want to Rachel Dozel the whole thing. And yeah, exactly. But having spoken to a number of people, we were given the sense that we were not overstepping, we were not taking up space in the narrative, we were not disrespecting the culture in any way. In fact, we were celebrating it. We are the Michelle Visages.
Yes, baby, yes.
So I'm a DJ in practice, and I sometimes play for Mandima's events. She once asked me that, oh, dude, there's this thing happening, come through. I mean, my story is not special, I'm just saying. But okay, cool. She's like,
don't even dial it down like
there's this thing happening, there's a ball happening, and I was like, fuck it, let's go. And then, yeah, that's what. And then
all here because of Mandima.
Yeah.
Mandima.
Yes. By the way, that's my sister, guys. One Shelly Bailey. Let's just put it out there. So how did you guys' house come to be?
That's how our house came to be. And then, like I said, we had another friend that joined us. And then, yeah. But it was very easy for us because we were friends. So, forming the relationship and having the family quality wasn't something that we had to forge. It was people that we already knew. We knew each other's boundaries. We knew what we were comfortable with. So even deciding categories and deciding what the other person was willing to do was not difficult.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Right?
It's working. Cool. I think Mandima just pulled everyone, but then also with that given, it was I think it was people she resonated with, and because the house is people that are quite similar and stuff. I'm assuming that's how the house came to be.
Okay. And then what was your experience with the audience?
I didn't look at them. No, I was because the judges were up on a pedestal-y thing.
Yeah.
So I was like, if I look at one person and they do a cock eye and I laugh, it's over. This whole reveal thing is done. So I really tried not to look at the audience so I don't freak out. But also my walk was pretty short because I thought it was just one walk. And then I was done and they were like, no, sissy, go back. And I was like, what must I do? I just started twerking. I was just what can I do in this matter? So definitely. But what I really wanted to experience was to see my housemates walk because we were stuck at the back. So luckily we got, because she walked to the last category, we got to like be part of the audience and like rally her up. Because like seeing a familiar space, like a familiar face or someone from your house, like rallying you up when you're doing that particular category gives you like some form of confidence. Did you look at?
Yeah, I looked at the audience. I mean, they could see my butt. So like, we were familiar.
Okay.
Me and them, we knew each other. Also, it's just like, it was part of the whole thing because my category was like African royalty or something. And so a regal is not afraid to look into their subjects. So I was the character of a regal. So I was just like, Princess Diaries. And then, yeah, so I interacted with them and they were amazing. It was such a great, warm, safe space.
Yeah.
Safe space is gonna come up a lot because it was.
Okay. Right?
I had a cigarette as part of the act, right? So I had to like interact with the audience so that someone can switch it on for me because I was trying to be a diva, you know, like, yeah. But also like the fact that people weren't resilient to like doing that, that's really cool. Like she kept on saying it was a safe space, and interacting with the audience wasn't really hard because it felt like I said earlier on, my sisters and like, you know, we were kikiing. Yeah.
Okay. And then what do you guys think, what impact do you think the ball made on the LGBTQ plus community?
I think it being an available space. Because I mean, like I said, I mentioned Vogue Nights and having, I think there's another Death Ball. Yeah, Death Drop Island. They all serve like different aspects of the ball, of drag and ball. So like with Mandima's one is like the ball with the categories and we're walking and there's like houses. And the other ones are probably individual, more individual. So people come as they are and walk whatever category they feel like walking. So it's more open to all. So what I really liked about this one is that it was very, like I said, serving a different purpose for drag and like honoring that part of drag. So I hope, and also it's a very encouraging thing for other people that want to open up spaces similar to this that will also particularly be dedicated to another part of drag. So it shouldn't be the end all and be all. There's so many facets of drag and there's so many facets of queer spaces, if for lack of a better word, that can be channeled and they can be organized and can be orchestrated for people to enjoy.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And I feel like another impact it made is that people are learning a lot about ball culture through this space. It's not, and also seeing how it can be taken from the American context to the international context to the South African context, in how the ball, the Grande Ball, changes the category. And I think even with the previous one, it doesn't stick to the previously used categories. They create their own, which makes it feel so much more authentic to our experience as South Africans.
And it's always like a vast space of just like being creative with it and everything. Yeah.
Well, I'm a sucker for like belonging. So I think for the communities, like it's doing quite well because that sense of family that keeps on being regenerated, right? Unlike other balls, as mentioned, like there's no like structures and like there's houses coming to walk in and stuff, but it's more of like, okay, individuals come in, show off that you look cute and stuff. But then with this, there's like structure. It's like we coming to an event and this is what's gonna happen. And I think that intention to also connect people and like keep on, I don't know, implementing that idea of like a family, a house, that's quite like cool. I think it's doing quite a good job at like just making us remember the fact that you can create bonds with people that you don't even know. Yeah.
And still be yourself without having to actually hide anything.
Yeah.
I fully get that. And so what has it actually done for you guys personally? The ball. Yes, the ball. Yes, the ball itself. The ball, the house.
I mean, definitely the house has gotten us a bit closer. Like, it's a shared experience. It's like, I've never shared this moment that I shared with Lerato and Danny and Quizzy with anybody else. It's literally ours. So even the inside jokes and the memories is like, they're here, they're ours. So that for me definitely in the house sense is that I have a shared experience and a shared bond with my friends, and it's a thing that we probably will hold dear. Well, I do one again, not anytime soon. I actually want to enjoy it from the other side. That's what I want to do. I want to be the one cheering people on. Yes, I want to be the one cheering people on. I want to have the confetti. I want I want to be the hype man. You get
Like
me?
mascot and that's it.
Yes, I really, really want to be the hype man. And also, I don't want us to hog the space. We've got our part. We're done. Let the other kids come through and let them walk. And then maybe at some point, there'll be 10 houses that won 10 years ago, the 10th anniversary where there's 10 winning houses. And then you get me? Yeah. So that like, that's what I want to do, is that I got this chance, I got liberated the way I got liberated. Let somebody else have the chance to do the same.
Okay.
I think it's I think it's affected the way that I see how I put creative work together on my person. So the difference is I work in the creative industry and I'm coming up with things for brands and people and things external to myself. It finally made me feel like I could take my person and stretch the bounds of what and where I can go with it. It's just like with watching all the things you mentioned and even Drag Race, it's like you're seeing other people do that, but you feel like, do I have the permission to do the most?
Because
the
you're
most,
an ally?
because I'm living in South Africa and shit is rough.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
because like I don't have a space to do that. I don't have a real space to do that. Like going to a bar up the road is still not safe enough. But
Yeah.
there, you felt like you could take whatever creative expression you have and like take it
Go
all the
with
way,
it.
you know, and you know that you're, again, safe to do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like she said, just being. I love in terms of like the art that I create and whatnot, it's mostly about myself now. Like before the ball and like other like occurrences, I just always did things to be like, okay, will it be good enough? But then after the ball and like having done that for myself, because my friends weren't even there, like I was like there alone. But like having done that for myself was like, okay, this is so cool. Like then that means you're allowed to actually just be you. Like I now like most of the time just walk in the streets just listening to like ball music, and I'm like strutting on the road, and I like don't give a fuck, you know, like like that's so great. Like the fact that like this one moment that like 5 minutes actually developed me in the streets to be like, you know what, nigga, I'm not gonna
And
give
it
a fuck. I'm
empowers
just
you,
gonna
yeah,
walk, you
it
know, I'm gonna
empowers you.
strut, you know. It's really empowering, the fact that that 5 minutes actually changed like a lot in terms of like my personal development and stuff. Yeah.